It's a very slow Saturday around here. The temperature went from 82 yesterday and it's now 50 degrees today and it's raining. So I thought I would go ahead and just make a nice pot of soup. I stepped outside for a few minutes. What a difference a day makes. It's so wet and cold. I stepped out for a minute and said hello to Thelma and Louise, gave all the girls a treat, and then went right back inside. And I pulled out my favorite soup book, The Taste of Home Big Book of Soup. And I'm going to make this sausage potato soup because I have a package of the smoked kielbasa sausage in the refrigerator I need to do something with. So I thought I'd go ahead and make this soup, but I really enjoy looking through this cookbook from time to time when I have a slow day and get some ideas for some delicious soups. So I spent a few moments perusing through, found some new things I hadn't seen yet. I'm going to try that dry soup mix. But let's get over to the stove and get busy. So I browned my kielbasa sausage first in another skillet. Then I added it to a big pot with 1 box of chicken stock. And then I've got 6 small or medium red potatoes diced up, a handful of carrots diced up. And when it comes to a boil, I'm going to add all these ingredients to the pot and to the sausage. Now the sausage has been diced into small chunks. This soup is really quick. You just need to cook these vegetables for about 15 minutes and then you can add in your milk and your cheese and it's done. Into the pot I have added 1 pint of corn. The recipe called for frozen corn, but I've got this that I put up in the summer, so I'm going to use that. And you can see everything's in the pot now. We're just going to add in our spices, which was 1 teaspoon of garlic granules, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. And then just giving that a good stir. Now I'm going to let this cook for about 15 minutes. So over to the other side of the kitchen, I have this brand new water kettle and I am loving it. It heats up water to a boil in just a few seconds, which makes tea time so much easier. So I think today I'm going to have a pack of orange spice tea and one of my dried oranges. But I've never heard of these tea kettles and I saw it on another channel and I thought that is wonderful because when you heat something in the microwave it doesn't stay hot. And I want my tea to steep, so I want the water to stay hot. It was very inexpensive, less than 20 bucks, and I can heat up water to a boil really fast. So I'm just going to pour the water into the cup, add in my tea bag and one of the dehydrated oranges, and let that steep and enjoy a delicious cup of tea this morning. I think it's really important to find some time in your day to have a quiet time, a cup of tea, look through a good book, and just be still and think about being grounded. There are so many difficult things in the world and in our country right now. And just having this little spot in the corner of my kitchen with this little lamp that I got from the thrift store, and I just threw together this shade to match my kitchen. But just having this spot has really helped me in the last few weeks. When the stress gets too high, when the blood pressure won't come down, it's a good idea to find a way to bring all of that stress down, and my little corner nook has been a blessing to me in the past few days. Now after it's cooked and the potatoes and carrots are nice and tender, we're going to be adding in, and I added in 2 cups of milk. The recipe called for a smaller amount, but I kind of made a bigger pot. So then it says to add 2/3 cup of shredded sharp cheddar cheese, but you all know that's not enough cheese for me, so I think I ended up with about a cup of shredded cheese, and then I'll add some more when I get ready to serve it up. So then we cut the heat down to a very low simmer and then just let this cook for about another 15 minutes. Now early this morning I pulled out my bread machine and I'm going to make a Parmesan bread that is so delicious and will go well with this soup. So I just tossed all the ingredients into the bread machine, let it do its work. And when I went to pull it out, it's a little bit lopsided. I've never had this happen before. If any of you bread makers know what I did wrong, let me know. I'm thinking it's just the machine, but oh, it smells so good in this house. And then I just popped out the loaf. And I'm going to go ahead and cut it. You're supposed to let it sit for a few minutes, but I'm ready for my soup. And so I thought, let's go ahead and cut me a piece off. And I had to get the other paddle wheel out. It had gotten wedged in there. So I pulled that out, and then I'm ready to butter up this bread and cut a slice for me. See how lopsided it is? Not sure what happened there, but it's still delicious. So now let's just spoon up some of this delicious sausage and potato soup and have a piece of bread with it and enjoy a nice quiet lunch. This was a very delicious and hearty soup. I highly recommend it. If you love kielbasa sausage, you're going to love this soup. And it was so easy to make, and it doesn't take long at all to cook. It's a great quick meal dinner for your family. I've got plenty of leftovers for the husband and my dad. But it was just nice to sit back and relax with a big bowl of hearty soup. Now, this is the soup cookbook that I highly recommend. Taste of Home Big Book of Soup. There's the recipe. And I also love this bread machine cookbook that I got off of Amazon. The No Fuss bread machine and the Parmesan bread is so delicious. So I hope you'll give these things a try. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a very blessed day.